backing down from this fight. I'm not backing down from the fact that we have contributed so much to this democracy. We've sent our men and our women to war who fought for this country and came home and didn't have a place to live, didn't have a job, but they saluted the American flag and they fought for this country. And you think I'm gonna let you stand by someone who's done nothing but steal and lie and undermine? We're gonna get your tax returns. We're gonna find out.
Certainly for some, Alex Jones can be scary and abrasive.
There are those of us who absolutely understand that never defeat the human spirit. No!
But if you can get through all that to explore what he has been saying, to see for yourself what it is that the establishment wants to hide from you, then the information you find could be life-changing. He predicted 9/11.
And if there was an outside threat like a bin Laden, who was a known CIA asset in the 80s, he's the boogeyman they need in this Orwellian phony system.
He exposed the cremation of care ceremony at Bohemian Grove.
Babylon, this your religion, ceremony.
He educated us about the relationship between the Third Reich and modern globalism.
Prison planet dominated by a ruthless gang of control freaks.
He helped reveal the so-called Bilderberg Group et al.
And most of you are a bunch of stinking parasites!
He was the loudest voice reporting on the union between the communist Chinese and Silicon Valley. They falsely edit him. They lie about his reporting of Sandy Hook. They lie that he pushed a child down in a viral video. And now he is being deplatformed by Facebook, Apple, and Google. Private companies are being harassed and encouraged to stop doing business with him.
And then we get hit and say, you can no longer use our software.
YouTubers are being censored for talking about him.
We just got taken down by YouTube. They just killed our stream. Really? Yep.
And some Americans are actually celebrating this. This is America in 2018. Will you sit by and allow liberty and freedom to be taken away right before your eyes? Will you do nothing? While history is being recorded, will you sit and do nothing? Or will you do your own research, discover the truth, and stand for freedom?
Crashing through the lies and disinformation, it's Alex Jones. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this Monday, February 11th, 2019, worldwide broadcast. I wanted to go over some facts here because Congress knows what they're doing. It's part of a global government plan, and they know that Americans are being censored. They know conservatives and Christians are being censored, and the Republican leadership has been bought off by big tech and the globalist, and so they're playing along with resisting all this, except for maybe Louis Gohmert and Devin Nunes and Jordan and a few others. They're playing along, and they're allowing all this to happen. So I'm going to hit two big subjects, this segment and the next. Then I'm going to give the number out to join us on air. And that's the total censorship going on that's admitted by Silicon Valley, working with China and others, and Google and Facebook and Apple tailoring censorship for Islamic needs, communist needs, corporate American needs, whatever you want. And then having hearings where they say it doesn't exist. The truth is the biggest lobbyist on Capitol Hill is Silicon Valley, even above and beyond the Defense Department. And so this is the sellout and the takedown of society. Last year in July, they said, take Alex Jones off. A month later, I was taken off. Then those very same people give press conferences saying there is no censorship. It doesn't exist. It's all part of a demoralization where you know what you've seen, but they just tell you it didn't happen. So here's what's happening. They were illegally spying on Trump throughout the campaign. They launched the fake Russiagate investigation once Trump became president-elect to cover up that illegal investigation and to open new ones up to discredit the election and to then get a dragnet out to find dirt on Trump associates, not associated with Russia, but on income taxes and things like that. And they can take regular tax attorney stuff and regular things that law firms, say you can do, and that's in the tax law, and they can convince a jury of, 12 morons that you've committed a crime. That's how this works. That's how they do it. And so now they're going to end the Russiagate investigation from all the inside intel I've got. Now, I told you Trump was going to declare an emergency a month ago, and he didn't. Now he's about to do it. I told you about it before it was even being discussed. So I'm giving you accurate info. I just don't know exactly how it's going to play out. But when that comes to dates and times, I'll give you a dead reckoning and sources. But in the first week of March, they're going to put out the Mueller report. And it was the cover to discredit the election, to cover up the illegal spying before, but most importantly, to use that investigation to then refer things that Mueller found with all the wiretaps and spying that wasn't Russia-related to other U.S. attorneys, like the Southern District of New York or Chicago, Illinois, or the District of Columbia, where they control the judges and where they control the juries and where they control the grand juries. So you're going to see out of Chicago, out of New York City, and out of the District of Criminals, D.C., a three-pronged attack, and probably some other ones as well. But those are the three we know about, and none of it will have to do with Russia. Sure, Schiff will keep something going in the House Judiciary Committee. He'll keep that canard going as well. So that when they finally have the impeachment, they can throw in some Russiagate stuff to remove Pence as well. Then you get President Pelosi. So that's the plan. And that's why you've got Elizabeth Warren. Let's play a clip of Elizabeth Warren. Here she is this weekend saying that, well, he'll probably won't even be in office in 2020. And so this is their plan. Now they said Trump would be out by December 2017. Didn't work. But they're definitely more organized and acting like they're going to make the jump, off the high-rise building into the pool 10 stories below. Who knows if they'll break their back when they hit it, but they think it's going to be okay. So here is what Elizabeth Warren had to say.
But here it is. It's the first full day of my campaign. And one of the things we're going to have to decide about how campaigns go forward is about what Donald Trump does every day. Every day, there's a racist tweet, a hateful tweet, something really dark and ugly. And what are we as candidates, as activists, as the press going to do about that? We're going to chase after those every day? Are we going to let him use those to divide us? Here's what bothers me. By the time we get to
we'll be back, of course. Just stay with us. We got a live feed via satellite of the U.S. Capitol and the flag's at half-mast. When I drive around Texas, flags are at half-mast 90% of the time. They said they were at half-mast for a month for Herbert Walker Bush. He tried to end the United States. He's a globalist, New World Order. And look right there. It's at half-mast. In fact, it's below half-mast. It's just constant. Again, this is all part of the demoralization. The country's never coming back. The family's bad. I've got articles where a woman on Facebook didn't know that a man thought he was a woman. The guy looks like a woman. And so she got arrested for saying it was talking to him like he was a man. You're like, that's crazy. It's meant to be crazy. They're training normal people that you can be thrown in prison for any reason because you're a producer. And you're going to have a bunch of weird, whacked out drug addict people who've all signed on to state power, who've all been sterilized at a terminal watching and running your life. That's the ruling class, people that chop their testicles off. That's the end game. I'm not joking. You sell out, you roll over to die metaphysically, you'll be put in a limited time position while they get the AI all worked out as the watcher, as the minder, as the Chavano. And everybody, you know, that's in Scarface. I've asked good Spanish speakers what it is. They go, maybe I should ask Cubans what it means, but no one ever really tells them what it even means because you want a Chavano on every corner telling you what to wear, how to live, what to eat. You like squid? I get squid 3 meals a day. I got squid coming out of my you-know-what. I want to come to the United States of America like the President Jimmy Carter says. But see, instead we got a bunch of people coming up that want to be communist. And they're literally trying to break our border, UN-funded with UN bases, and the Democrats having the judges release everybody and saying, let's get rid of the beds and detention facilities so we can break the border completely and just have it wide open like Europe. That same attack, this is World War IV, is happening now. But don't worry, Maxine Waters, whose husband in different bailouts got tens of millions of dollars in one payoff, the Hill reports, she gave $12 million of taxpayer money directly to him after he looted the money out of the bank he runs in California, also based in Boston. So then it's pure, I mean, just look at that psychotic, demon-possessed, nobody home. Looks like a ventriloquist doll, like Chucky. You put that head on like a 2-foot body and it's like, I'm here, with like a butcher knife. You know what she's thinking about. Nothing. She ain't home. Your planet will serve us well. Talk about scams. Well, she wants to bitch about how America's bad all day. But hell, her and her husband, they'd probably make pretty good African dictators, wouldn't they? Run the same kind of scams. I mean, because, you know, Africa's so altruistic in the mythical kingdom of Wakanda. And so she could go be in Wakanda and fly around in spaceships. No, she'd go to Africa and she'd have 14 Ferraris and palaces in Switzerland. She'd turn us into a third world country just like that. And by the way, she's trying hard and she's almost done because she's going to rule it. She's going to run it. And when she's done, there ain't going to be nothing left. Her and Cortez and Michael Moore and all these crooks know exactly what they're doing. So I want to open the phones up specifically for all of you. I wanted to get your take on their plan to remove the president. So I've talked quite a bit about it. And it's hiding in plain view, and the Mueller report's going to be over in the next month or so. I think early March is what all the tea leaves show and sources I have say. And then, though, it's going to be, they're going to face save and keep it going in the Judiciary Committee in the House, the fake Russiagate under Schiff. But all these other 80-plus sub-investigations start up. Well, here, let's go ahead and play the Maxine Waters. Here it is.
And you think I'm going to let you stand by someone who's done nothing but steal and lie and undermine? We're going to get your tax returns.
Wow, she says she's going to turn herself in. In fact, you could turn this around and say, Maxine Waters comes clean. Admit she did it all. But see, again, I care about the third world, Africa and Latin America. But there's nothing like people who are in America bitching about how bad it is when they're trying to recreate what's outside the U.S. Because say what you want about the U.S., we've had our problems, but as corruption goes, we were one of the few places where you didn't just hereditarily get all the power and then everybody had to bow down to you. Like people had shootouts with the railroad magnates. I mean, people went to war with the establishment and stood up to it and got some concessions. But she's not talking about that. She is the establishment. It's unbelievable. So, Elizabeth Warren says Trump may not even be a free person in 2020. Do we ever even play that clip? We've got it ready. Here it is. Here's Warren.
By the time we get to 2020, Donald Trump may not even be president.
Yeah, so that's their plan.
In fact, he may not even be a free person.
That's right. All those illegal aliens and rapists and murderers and jihadists you're bringing in, like repatriating jihadist ISIS fighters, they'll be fine. And Hillary and the uranium and the fake servers and the child trafficking networks, that'll all still be operating. But the rest of the American people, the producers, those that actually care about the country, we're going to keep a tight lid on you because you're our milk cow. What a group of garbage. So we're going to open the phones up. What do you think about the move they're about to make on Trump and the announcements that, oh, the Southern District of New York is getting ready to indict all the Trump people? Woo! There's no Russiagate, but you're all going to jail for tax evasion. It's our interpretation. We say as federal prosecutors, this is illegal from 20 years ago, and we're coming after you. Woo! Guess America will just put up with that. More of these bullies. Toll-free number to join us, 877-789-2539. First-time callers. 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539. Your calls are coming up. And then I've got a whole bunch of special reports that are so good. We're going to air them in the part of the third hour. Then I'm going to be back at the end of the third hour live. But these are so powerful and so informative that we're going to air them here on air. One of them, this lady really knocks it out of the park. And I love seeing how viral her videos are going. I plug her, they'll probably take her down. But why are people disappearing from Uber? Could you be next? Lisa Haven. So that's all coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and so much more. Mark Dice, Paul Joseph Watson, it's all coming up. Tomorrow's News Today, Infowars.com. Stay with us.
We're bringing back one of the biggest fan-favorite formulas we've ever offered with even better ingredients. Ultimate Bone Broth. Infowars Life is proud to bring you a powerhouse bone broth formula to help push you to your limits. This incredible formula will help you get the most out of your workout with the power of ultra high-quality bone broth, one of the most popular health trends on the planet. Built with more than 7 different superfoods and crucial compounds, Ultimate Bone Broth will help support your healthy muscles, digestion, tendons, and ligaments, while also supporting your body's fight against free radicals. This incredible chicken bone broth formula contains time-tested ingredients such as turmeric root, chaga mushroom, goji berry powder, bee pollen, and alfalfa herb powder to support your body. It's time to experience what Ultimate Bone Broth can do for you. Get Ultimate Bone Broth now at 50% off.